Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and I know I'm not known for my building in The Sims 4, okay? I am first and foremost a lover of telling stories, creating Sims, and delving deep into their lives. But you know what I also care about? Taylor Swift. So today, I figured with the release of 1989 Taylor's version coming tomorrow, I would do a build challenge that so many of you have been asking me to do over the years, and that is the Every Room is a Different Taylor Swift album. But I did actually decide to do this one with a twist. We're not gonna do like a fully usable functioning house in The Sims 4. We are actually taking the lover house. Probably more cursed than creative, but I, for one, am excited. I would like to say I am not the incredible builder of this lover house. This is actually one that I downloaded off the gallery, so I would like to formally apologize to Matthew. I am so sorry that all of your hard work is about to become a hot mess where every room is dependent on what my Spotify plays. So I am really quickly gonna deconstruct this incredible home, set a blaze to it. Oh no, we're left with like the exoskeleton of the lover house. It makes it seem so sad. I do actually want to keep like the legitness of the lover house, meaning I kind of want to keep the rooms as what they were. It's already on shuffle. We are gonna press play and see what starts playing. Closure, which is of course Evermore. Now, I guess if I wanted to, I could actually use a wheel spinner to decide on which room we were gonna do, but I figured we'd make it a little bit harder for ourselves and just go left to right on each one of these levels. We are starting off with this room right here, which I'm actually classing as the living room. So Evermore is honestly a little bit weird because on Taylor's like poster, it's beige. Some people say that Evermore is brown with like hints of red and then also green. This is the Evermore album cover, so I'm definitely gonna stick with like the more autumnal tones. My mum literally sits and sings this song with a Scottish accent, and I firmly believe that Taylor is never beating the allegations that she watched Outlander as she was writing. So I also see Evermore as kind of like a witchy album, which is fun for this time of the year. I am gonna go colors first. I'm gonna throw green in there just to see what we can play around with, and then obviously do a lot of like reddish browny tones. I actually really like the fact that I got the living room on Evermore. I feel as if we can make it extremely cozy. I don't know if these lights are working. They don't seem to be adding any light. And I know that I said Evermore was like a witchy album, but I don't want to be out here guessing what colors are just because I can't see them. I think I also want to tie in like Your Ivy Grows cottagey, so I might actually get a stone fireplace. Oh my word, like literally something like this. You know what I really had in mind when I envisioned Evermore was the Realm of Magic like orbs. I don't want to give too many spoilers because I know obviously the UK tour hasn't happened, international tour hasn't happened, and not everyone has gone to see it, but if you know, you know. I think the Hex one honestly looks the most familiar to me. I think we could even push it to like yellow and orange for that like autumnal vibe. I mean, that is so appropriate. Do I want to use it like actually within the build? I don't know. Oh, she's giving her sister album Folklore. I think I'm actually gonna go for this green so far, and then we might do a little symmetry thing. I definitely need those rugs out. Maybe we'll do this big cozy one on the bottom. I know some of you might be like, no, don't place it so near the fireplace. these, and then basically try and like layer a little bit over this. The occult packs are truly already carrying Evermore. Why isn't this log a coffee table? That would literally make my life so much easier. We're about to have your Midas touch on the Chevy door, November flushed, and your flannel cure with this little gold table. I feel like we should get a little tea set for that as well. I mean, she technically does have red orange on her coat, so maybe we can push it to that. I definitely feel as if we need some ivy, so we're gonna throw some plants in here. Why can I not place this down like just in front of the fireplace as a little decoration? Why does it have to snap up there? Pothos plants look like ivy, so I think we're gonna go for one of these. Maybe in, yeah, hanging down in this corner. You definitely know that Evermore is well read, so we need some bookcases. This looks like a London home. Parents' friends have houses like that with just like bookshelves stacked floor to ceiling. Absolutely no sense of like organization anywhere within them. And then I also feel like we need a writing desk. Oh, we could go for this one, but it has like the blue glow and it kind of ties in with the witchiness a little bit, but it just looks a little bit out of place. Definitely a writing desk or a piano, because I feel like both of those play a pretty big role. Oh, we could go for the typewriter actually. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go for a PC because it kind of like throws it off a little bit, but maybe a little green typewriter. And then we definitely need to throw some like art up on the walls, very picturesque framed ones. Oh, you absolutely know I'm gonna throw some of the Realm of Magic ones up. I don't think Evermore minds if she's a little bit mismatched. She's definitely like the eccentric aunt of Taylor Swift albums. That's how I picture her. Like the water when your ship rolled in that night. I better stop. I'm gonna get a copyright claim. Evermore is complete, except I am absolutely gonna change the color of this because it does not fit in with the Evermore vibe. Ooh, this is actually a Lavender Haze remix, but obviously Lavender Haze was part of Midnight's, so Midnight's is gonna be our kitchen theme. Now, I feel like Midnight's absolutely catfished me as an album. I was expecting like 70s theming, Midnight's Mayhem, and a lot of the promo images that we saw around this album were very 70s themed, so I was so excited. I'm not saying Midnight's is a bad album. There's some misses on there for me, but it is still a very enjoyable album for me to listen to. I definitely prefer the 3 a.m. tracks, but that's just because at heart I am like a Taylor Swift indie folk girly. However, I definitely want to tie in like the 70s vibe, and I feel like for a kitchen that would also be very cool. When Matthew had this house built, he actually already had this Get Famous record player, and I actually feel like that matches the Midnight's vibe. I know Midnight's has the anthem that is maroon, but obviously Taylor Swift also has an album that is called Red. So I don't think I want to go red in this kitchen. Midnight's to me is more of like a blue album. I just feel like all of the blue tiles are gonna be absolutely atrocious. But then again, if we're leaning into like the 70s vibe, I feel like we can kind of get away with it. Paneling feels very 70s. Did 70s kitchens really have carpets? The wallpaper just absolutely was not giving me the 70s vibe that I wanted. So I know we actually are gonna turn this into a little dining room, but I actually want to put in a little breakfast bar. I feel like every 70s house has like some form of a breakfast bar. And then I think I'm just gonna have like the kitchen going along here. I think we'll go for an oven there, and then we'll have the little corner one. I can't believe I am using Cool Kitchen stuff. What the heck is this? I never ever use Cool Kitchen. We even have a rounded counter. Okay. I mean, I feel like, can Sims fit through there? Maybe, potentially. I'll probably playtest. If anything noticing shifts like between me building this and then uploading it to the gallery? No, it's because I playtested it and it just like didn't work. Definitely not gonna be for everyone, this kitchen, but it is for me, and I feel like that's the most important thing. Also, my Sims music has stopped and I have no idea why. It makes me really aware of how much I am just like talking to myself when I record videos. Best believe I'm still bejeweled. I'll just sing instead. No, I really don't want to get copyright strike. I don't want to fight Miss Taylor Allison Swift. She owns her music and she is allowed to own her music. She has worked hard for it. We also obviously have like make the friendship bracelets, take the moment and taste it. I mean, we could throw down a friendship bracelet making activity, but I figured fairy lights also kind of look like friendship bracelets. Maybe it's just me being jaded by the fact that Midnight's had so many fucking vinyls, but I feel like we need to represent it. Do we have like a squiggly mirror in The Sims 4? I don't think we do we? Which honestly feels ridiculous. One of those old school like IKEA ones. I don't mind this space being a little bit more bare because I feel like obviously the decoration in this Midnight's hallway is definitely like the blue and then like the gold accenting. Next up we have the dining room. Don't you? From Taylor's version of Fearless from the Vault. Obviously the Taylor's version is kind of this like sepia tone. The original Fearless is definitely like a gold color scheme. Like a lot of like her tours have been like gold, sparkles, frills, like that Fearless era. It's pretty young. It's still like got country elements to it. Definitely a little bit fairy tale, not quite as fairy tale as Speak Now, but obviously you've got references to like Romeo and Juliet. However, I will say as a UK Swiftie, I grew up with this album cover for Fearless. So mine's like a little bit more low-key on like the gold type of stuff, but I think we're gonna go like very airy, very like neutrally yellow golds. I kind of think of like wide open like meadows, Taylor practically running through like fields as a teenager. That's maybe a little bit more debut. Don't ask me why she was feckin' barefoot on that CD, okay? I will legitimately never ever understand it. It confuses me every single time I open up my debut CD. I really hope that she doesn't keep the bare feet on Taylor's version. Ooh, there's really not a lot of yellow to play with. I mean, I guess we could just do wood on this one. Fearless was absolutely when I became a Swiftie. The Best Day is one of the most heartwarming, meaningful songs to me personally. Every table that I have gone through kind of just looks tiny placed in here. I also never ever know what to do with dining rooms in The Sims 4. Like I know people put like hutches in them, but that's pretty much all I see. Although now that I'm actually looking at the lover house, there are actually like curtains, and I feel like that kind of ties in like the Fearless frills that I was talking of. Are you kidding me? Do these not come in yellow? I feel maybe they're a little bit more debut actually. Let me cook for a second. I think I do want to kind of lean into the romance of it all, and I want to like focus on the fact that it is like Romeo and Juliet inspired. Screaming romance. I mean, if that doesn't say romance, I don't know what does. See, this is the thing. I feel like Fearless actually really would have been good for like a kid's bedroom. I feel like there are 3 albums that I like desperately want for the kids room, and if I don't get one of them, I'm gonna be so sad. Wait, that is so Fearless coded. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely perfect. Now I feel like I want to change the table. This is actually coming together. I am so sorry to Taylor's version. I am completely disrespecting it right now. Like this is so 15. Base Game said, don't worry, Fearless version. I absolutely have you covered. And then I'm thinking if we grab this photo and we size it up. I love how I was struggling so badly. I literally chose that rug and it brought the whole set together. This is gonna get a little bit wild. Some of you might be like, Molly, why the heck are you going to outdoor? But obviously, Romeo, Juliet, I always think balconies. Taylor quite literally on the Fearless tour flew around the stadiums on like a Juliet balcony, and I just feel like I want it. Like, I know that it's extra and I know that it's unnecessary. I'm not going for realism here, you know? Like, I am fully going off what I think 15-year-old Taylor Swift was thinking when she was writing. Taylor, can you just like slide into my DMs and confirm or deny this is exactly the essence of Fearless that you had? What if I just, for like this one wall, put some stone so it looks like it's actually a little balcony? I get a window that could definitely look like it was in like a castle or something. This is gonna look really weird into the kitchen, but I'm sure Midnight's won't mind. Midnight's is like, no, Fearless, you know what? You can have your creative liberties. Go for it, darling. She's bringing the sparkle, she's bringing the tassels, and I love her for it. Thank you and good night. Damn, that really was on the road to Fearless. That was a journey. Oh no, it's time for the kids' room. I have 2 albums left that I'm really hoping this kids' room is gonna pull. We've already had Midnight's. Oh no! This child just entered their Reputation era. I should be okay with this because I have nieces and their whole lives I was pretty much plotting to turn them into Taylor Swift fans, and it worked on a fair few of them, and Reputation is actually some of their favorite albums. I'm gonna line this, and then I think what I might do, let me just see how this looks. We're gonna get rid of the black. I'm gonna go to all. I think it's Strangerville, maybe. This is a knowledge of my build and buy mode. It could potentially just be base game. It is. It's these like classified walls. Now, this was the album cover for Taylor Swift's Reputation. Honestly, the album cover that I am most scared to see the Taylor's version of, because I'm just like, this is iconic. They look a little bit old school for Reputation, but I do still like the idea, especially in this like little kind of setback alcove. That could actually be really nice over this door frame instead of like being in the back. That looks sick. Nah, you know what? I take it back. What I was initially thinking, what I wanted this kid's room to be, was either Lover or Speak Now. I still feel like Speak Now could have been really, really fun. Tell me if you weren't a kid who was obsessed with purple at some point in their life. I feel like, especially if you lived in the UK, like Groovy Chick at some point invaded all of our personalities. I don't know what hold Groovy Chick had over the 90s, but she had so much power, and I just like woke up one day and decided that I liked Groovy Chick. Oh my goodness, this kind of reminds me of like Snakeskin. Reputation is so dramatic, and I can definitely just like envision the kid that lives here. If this was Snakeskin, you best believe I would be all over that. I'm kind of thinking they're burning all the witches even if you aren't one, but I don't know if this like fireplace actually fits in the room. And I think I want to throw in some music stuff, a gold microphone as well. Also, this is kind of in the shape of a snake, so let me have it. You know that Reputation is well putting on bedroom concerts. Like, she is practicing her choreography. I don't want to like overclog Reputation. I feel like it's quite clean, like doesn't really want too much. Obviously wants to show off their personality, but that is pretty much it. Favorite room so far, by far. Next up, we have the entertainment room. Obviously already had You. Lover. The First Dance remix, not my favorite. However, still better than the Shawn Mendes one. Thinking like this is the place where you come to watch TV, sit, chat, have a little bit of a party. In my opinion, from making many a friendship bracelet recently really shouts trans rights. Obviously, we have You Need to Calm Down, but even just like the colors, like everyone goes to like pink, white, and blue when it comes to Lover. I definitely want to throw some sparkle in here. Very like cloud, sunset, cruel summer. Oh, if one of these were available in like pink and blue, like a dip dye into it, that would have been so perfect. But then there's these ones as well, which kind of look like clouds. The only thing about these ones is I think they actually do like light up because they're part of, oh, they're part of Spa Day. I always thought that they were Luxury Party. Now, Lover, I do love her. Genuinely, I don't have a bad word to say about Lover, but a lot of Swifties do think it's the cringiest album of Taylor Swift, which is why I kind of wanted it as like a kid's bedroom, because obviously I feel like, hey kids, spelling is fun. Lean into the cringe that a lot of Swifties think it has. Who am I to deny you of that cringe? Why are all of the blues in this game disgusting? There's not like many pale blues. I think I want some armchairs as well. I don't know why, but these, yes. Oh, this one's again a little bit darker than what I personally would have liked. These are kind of perfect for Lover, but I think I need a bigger one for in the middle. So I might actually throw this one down here. Maybe put some drinks on it. She feels like a party album. Obviously, I did say a little bit of sparkle, so I think we can definitely get away with having some like, whoa, I just deleted the whole room. I'm so sorry. I'm not that much of a London boy hater. I don't want to erase the album from existence. Definitely want a little record player for those of you who don't actually own the Lover Live from Paris heart vinyl. I can't use the moth. He was the moth to the flame. That is so Speak Now. I wish this functioned as a karaoke machine because it looks like a karaoke machine and I kind of want a karaoke machine in here, but I know that the karaoke machines don't look as nice as that. You know, Lover definitely has a cute little snack box for all of her guests. She never wants people to go hungry. Just wants people to love her. Love her? I barely even know her. I have to throw a pride flag up. I couldn't create a Lover room without it. It just felt wrong. She is in your face, and that's exactly what I wanted her to be. I realized that I just did the hallway in midnight colors, but I actually wanted the hallway to be an album, so I do apologize to whoever gets this hallway because it's really not going to be that great. No! Oh my goodness, my second favorite Taylor Swift album. See, I wanted to do the hallway because the hallway then means that we can do all 10 albums. Oh, Speak Now, I'm so sorry, girly. That one hurts. Definitely like that princess, teenage, like wanderlust, which I mean, Enchanted, all of that. I feel like it's so all wrapped up in like the fairy tale essence of this whole album. We got some like fairy tale books. Oh, it's not even Growing Together. It's the kids kit that we got. I just imagine that this is like an extension. I mean, probably not of Reputation's room. I also wanted a little doll's house, which I mean, obviously it's gonna be usable, but it'll be really, really weird on like the animations. I would, if I could, have like bookshelves in here and stuff. We may be able to fit like a cheeky little one on here, but this isn't looking so good for Speak Now. Like Fearless, I did want to add in a couple of windows to kind of show off Speak Now. I don't want to ruin Reputation's vibe with that at all, so I'm just gonna throw it down there at the top of the stairs, kind of just for a little emphasis. Could potentially put one here because I feel like it's not really gonna interrupt Lover all that much. This is starting to feel less like a Taylor Swift themed build and more like, I don't know if you are so into Swift Talk as I am, but when people start role playing as Taylor Swift albums and it's just like how they all like interact with each other, and usually like Lover is so sweet to everyone, like, yeah, go ahead, like, I support you. Can we get F's and in chat for speak now. Oh my goodness gracious me. My favorite for the bathroom, you say? And appropriate because it's the lakes. I know exactly. Get up on those walls. There wasn't any doubt in my head that I was about to use this wallpaper. I do want to make this a little platform though, because if folklore is anything, it is absolutely dramatic. This actually couldn't have gone any better because it means that I get to have like a super dramatic clawfoot tub just like in the middle of this platform and no one can say anything. Why? Because it's folklore. I want to watch wisteria grow right under my bare feet. I swear there's like a grass rug that I can do. Wait, this needs to be the ceiling in the lover room. I mean, that could also be the flooring as well. And I think I kind of want to do it. Now, of course, for folklore, we are going extremely monochromatic. We are doing grays, we are doing whites. I definitely kind of want to go a little like old school with it. I didn't realize that we actually had wisteria in The Sims 4. It came with cottage living, which obviously it did. One single thread of gold tied me to you. I don't really know what we are gonna use for the thread of gold. I kind of want to do like a double sink, but I feel like I should have like a James version and then like a Betty version so that they can have like their own areas. And then I may put like the wisteria up here over their mirrors. We do have the line about riding on his skateboards, so I don't know why I want to use the Parenthood skateboards. I mean, these could be like the single thread of gold, and it kind of reminds me of a music video in a way. I also have trees on them, so therefore I feel like I can get away with it. This literally looks like the folklore album cover. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you're mad. Betty's garden, so maybe we get some of like these little herbs. I definitely still want a toilet. I know it's not the most private situation in the world, but technically you could still get away with using this as just a regular house. If you do want to build that wall across the front, oh, you know she'd have like a stack of toilet paper like ready to go. I feel like it's a bit weird to have a mirror right in front of your bath, but technically I think they would face this way in the bath. Like no one wants to sit with the taps against their back. I'm sorry, but that is absolute blasphemy. Honestly, we could even go for like a vanity. I feel like that's slightly OTT, so I instead will grab this accent table. I don't know why, but I just feel like Betty is like a chaotic character who like stuffs things in her bathroom. I really just came in here for a candle and now I just feel like I'm getting distracted by every other thing. Oh my goodness, folklore is so cute. I knew I was gonna do my favorite album justice. I don't know if anyone else will think it's cute though. I feel like it's a very acquired taste. You know what I didn't think of for Midnights? Karma is a cat. Oof, there we go. All is right in the world again. We could even have the nature cat scratching pole. So we're gonna have a little cat corner over here. I know it doesn't really relate to folklore all that much, but it's Taylor Swift themed. You gotta give the cats everything they want. She definitely knits in the bath. Do I think that's a good idea? Probably not. I imagine your yarn gets all soggy. She's knitted many a cardigan when James has forgotten any of their anniversaries, which, let's be real, happens pretty frequently. The next one is like this little wardrobe element, which is going to be such a sad state of affairs. So RIP to any album that gets this. Debut. This is unfortunate. Debut is definitely the most chaotic out of everyone. She is the country gal through and through. We are going to throw an awful lot of horse ranch down in this little wardrobe. Loads of cowboy boots, some butterflies. Midnight stole blue from Debut. So now we go for like an aqua or like green, which personally I don't think Debut should be green. I still think she should be her teal tone. You know that Taylor on this album cover was like Photoshop my eyes to make it look as blue as like this little accent that we have down here. Honestly, if she doesn't bring the country accent back for Debut, I am fully going to riot. I know she can do it because she did it for I Bet You Think About Me, but then she refused to do it for Mean. Honestly, Taylor, make up your mind. Why does this feel debut-esque. She also repeatedly sung about little black dresses and old blue jeans. These look so bad, but they're like one of the only things I can use to kind of get the look of the Lover House. Horse Ranch does have some good clothes that fit debut though. And then I guess we'll get some for Drew as well. Yes, this one has cowboy boots on it because the first thing that came into my mind was I hate that stupid old pickup truck. I want to get one to represent it. I really wish that these wall decorations also just came up in like photos when you clicked on them in like bedroom or something. I hate how you have to like find them all yourself. I feel like it would be better the other way. Like an S for Swift. Still swift as fuck, boy. Fairy lights feel like a very debut Taylor move. And then do I just go all out and get like a giant horse picture? I don't want it that big. Try and tell me that debut Taylor Swift was not a horse girl. I simply will not believe you. I wish I had space for a little desk because I would definitely throw like a journal up on it, but maybe I could just like buy a journal and like put that in, no, not Drew's shelf. He can have the stupid old pickup truck. I feel like I need to throw down another guitar in here as well because that's where Taylor's journey started. We don't have any feet pics, so I can't put them on the wall. If I had custom feet pics, I would. That was the weirdest sentence to ever come out of my mouth. Please never ever repeat that in my comment section. Who have we got left? 1989 and Red, and two big rooms for, honestly, arguably two of the most iconic albums Taylor has ever dropped. Ooh, this love Taylor's version. So obviously that's why we're doing this whole video for 1989 Taylor's version. 1989 is actually gonna be the second bedroom of this challenge, which very excited to see how this one goes. Didn't have 1989 set as a bedroom, but I do think it could be pretty cool. I'm all for Taylor obviously owning her own music. I will fully support the re-recordings. Like, I think it's such a sick idea, and I think it's just gonna like open up more and more possibilities for future artists. Obviously, original 1989 was so focused around like moving to New York City and her girl squad and like all of that and like the red lip classic thing that you like. Whereas now that she's like taking it back and making it her own, she's kind of switched it up. The sequels are free, still like film photos and Polaroids. However, it is more beach aesthetic. So we have to try and blend like New York City and the beach, which I know New York City is near the beach. So we are gonna go for some blues. We're gonna go for some light browns. I don't think I want to go like full tropical beach because I still don't feel like those are like the full 1989 vibes. Also, I guess we could kind of take like the 80s inspiration as well. Like if I wanted to, we could definitely go for like this bed, but it is more gray. I should probably focus on the walls first. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Again, we could use like the sky one, but we've kind of already used that in Lover, and I feel like it's taking something away from Lover if we do that. She already struggles to get by, okay? We can't be out here stealing even more stuff from her. Ugh, if we got a Midnight's bedroom, that bed would have been perfect. I don't know why, but this gives me beachy vibes without actually being at the beach. 1989 Taylor's version job is just beach. She really said, I'm gonna put my whole Kennedy into this Taylor's version. I think this is where we have to pull out the vanity. She's just moved to a big city apartment. She doesn't have all of her furniture yet, okay? Don't judge her. She's out here having fun with her girlies. I'm not gonna put flip-flops on the wall, but I could if I wanted to. What I am gonna put on the wall though is definitely some cheeky little Polaroids. I kind of want to go put a nightlight in Speak Now. Speaking of all the Polaroids, let me get them out so I don't forget them. The 1989 original Polaroids were truly my teenage Pokemon cards. Trying to think what 1989 would have in her bedroom is actually really, really difficult. Try and tell me 1989 would not not have these like random ass little edits up. I mean, if you've watched the 1989 World Tour, you definitely know that Taylor loved her edits at the time. Feel like we need one more to balance it out though. So maybe, oh no, definitely the stars. Do you like them? That is such a like buried deep Taylor reference. Oh man, I still can't believe that Taylor had a Tumblr account. What a wild time to be alive. Damn, that's so sick. How have I never seen that swatch before? Wait, this needs to go down in Midnights. I love how I'm just getting to that point in the challenge where I see like random things and I'm like, wait, why didn't I use this for another room that I've already created? I also realize that I very much need an incense up on this record player. The girls that get it, get it. All I have in my head is the lights shine so bright, but they never blind me. So I just want to like fill this place with lights. That's probably not the best thing to do though. There's definitely a bunch of like New York, like city little knickknacks that I've seen within the game. And every time I see them, I'm like, I need to use them for my 1989 room. There's a little taxi one as well. So I think we'll plop that in there. Little New York diorama. Why is there barely any art in The Sims 4 that has birds on it? Is it bad that I kind of want to throw this down in Speak Now because of Wonderstruck? And then the boots one definitely gives 1989 vibes. This is just looking very bare. I genuinely thought I would struggle more with Reputation than I ever would 1989, but that is not the case. I think I just see 1989 as like so prominent in my mind that it's kind of hard to find stuff I feel relates to it because I'm like, no, like none of this has the meaning that I need it to mean. These have seagulls on and it's a little cloud. Oh my goodness, we are absolutely getting this. I know it looks a little bit childish. I mean, I could have gone full beach theme underwater vibes with the piano. I actually really wanted to use this piano. It's just that it's so big that it kind of doesn't fit in like any of the rooms, but I feel like this one and this one give me Era's tour vibes because she has like all the flowers going up it. I was just about to say I feel like I've done it the worst, but let me give her a bed canopy. I originally gave Folklore this little chandelier, but considering we don't have a mirror ball, I feel like this is the closest thing that we have to it, so she's getting that. Maybe I should have done loft vibes for 1989. Maybe that would have felt like a little bit more New Yorky. And of course, last but certainly not least, that leaves us with red. Do I just want to go full on red? Yes. Do I want to do it in a way where I actually don't mind the way that it looks? Yes, absolutely. Red is an album that literally has so many emotions wrapped up into it. And it's not even like, you know, emotions from just the fans. Like, I feel like Taylor literally went through so much while she was writing this album. There's some really like upbeat, like absolute bops. Then there's obviously your All Too Well, so I kind of want to make it cozy because it's definitely like an autumnal album for me. In the actual Lover House, it's kind of like abandoned and it's like an old movie just like playing over and over again, which honestly does feel kind of dramatic enough for red. Also, it's very This Is Me Trying. You're a flashback in a film reel on the one screen in my town. However, I feel like that lyric literally could have been written for red. Like, that is so All Too Well. Don't want these two last rooms to be like the disappointment of the house. I think everything else looks so good. Lil Campers, it is your time to shine, my dude. I know technically this is pink, but pink is basically just a washed out red. This also feels very blank space with the golf clubs. Why did I not add a set of golf clubs to this? Sydney? This is another album where she completely changed the vibe for Red Taylor's version. Like, the original Red was more of like the party side of Red and like the rockier side of Red, I feel, and it wasn't like so sad. Whereas it came to Taylor's version and she was like, I am about to live out my sad girl autumn and everyone is gonna be in their feels with me. Even though Taylor didn't want to keep a bit of that fun in her promotion, I feel like we personally should. So probably gonna throw a little stereo up here. I pretty much have a stereo in like every room in this house, which honestly I'm not mad at. Obviously a lot of Taylor Swift revolves around music. I definitely want like a grandfather clock up here. Do we have any other like really like grandfather clocks other than this? Oh yeah, we have these ones right here. Then let's actually get those book covers that I talked about earlier because I know I was gonna forget them. Maybe I'll put a couple of photos up here. You know what would be good for up here? Basement treasures, or as I like to call it, attic treasures. I can definitely throw the piano that I wanted down here, so I think we will go for, ooh, which one do I want? I kind of think I want this one just because it has more flowers on it. I know I saw these message in a bottles before when I was actually taking a gander at other stuff, and message in a bottle is actually one of my favorite Taylor songs. So I'm gonna throw a bunch of these just like up on the piano as a cute little head nod. I did not think that the attic was gonna be one of my favorite places. I think the red room is complete. I think the Lover House, every room is a different Taylor Swift album. I don't even know what words are anymore. Honestly, I'm still good about Debut and Speak Now. I kind of do wish that they had bigger rooms, but I don't really know what other rooms I would change, you know? Like maybe Fearless, honestly. I don't think I would have chosen that as the dining room if I got the option to. But I hope you all enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed recording it. Honestly, I think choosing the Lover House definitely made this more enjoyable for me, just because it actually felt like more of a challenge to keep the layout, then also obviously like switch up the albums and then try and draw in like all those inspirations. I hope it was also enjoyable even if you aren't a hardcore Swiftie. But if you are, let me know what you are most excited to hear on the re-recording of 1989. Honestly, New Romantics for me, and also I Know Places. I'm fairly sure nowadays I Know Places is my favorite 1989 song, and I'm absolutely buzzing to hear it. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think of this house. If you actually decide to do this challenge yourself, definitely tag me over on Twitter. I would absolutely love to see your own renditions of this challenge. Have an amazing 1989 release weekend, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye!